Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another special edition of Paranormal Talk. I'm back. I'm alive, and I'm still. My back hurts like hell, but I'm still alive. The COVIDs didn't kill me. I'm here along with host Mr. Tim Kohler, the rare balded Sasquatch.
I waved and I was like, wait, I'm not Tim. Whoops. I waved
Miss
my turn.
Rosie Page. It's going to get you
I'm
on that
Tim.
one.
Tonight I'm Tim, and he's me.
That's right. And then tonight we'll be interviewing Miss Onae. I wanted to bring up tonight with Onae, brought her on because her new ventures out there that she's doing. Evidently, they didn't want to talk about that. Now we're going to talk about their consensus. The two ladies of the show want to talk about Jello wrestling. So,
Yes. Your
what
favorite flavor, whatever flavor
what
you
flavor?
like.
Whatever flavor. That's what I was going to ask. What's your favorite flavor?
Everybody in the audience, tell us your favorite Jello flavor.
I've always been a lime green guy myself.
I knew that somebody gonna say lime green.
Mind you, I'm kind of crazy, so I mean I'll come up with some stuff, but this is totally the ladies' choice tonight, and this is what they wanted to discuss. We should actually bring in Chrissy Baggett because she is a pro wrestler.
Oh my goodness.
You're horrible.
I know.
He's not a pro Jello wrestler though.
Well, I
don't
did
wait
have
for
some
him.
questions for Onae on the Renaissance thing that she's been up to.
And tonight she's dressed as she was saying winch and things like that, and I said no, she's a soothsayer. So,
Yeah.
That's right. That's what it would have been called during Renaissance.
Yep.
oh look, there it is. It's already started with her already. I mean, it didn't even get. See that?
Yeah, it's funny.
Flavor. Kiss my ass.
I'm not
Martha
sure.
Baker, move the
No,
Jello.
she said her favorite flavor is watermelon.
Yes.
And hello, everyone out there.
Glad to have everybody on tonight, and glad to be back on here. And I do want to thank everyone for all the positive thoughts and prayers and everything. They were well appreciated. Trust me. I really needed them too because it was rough. I'm still feeling some of the effects of it. Lightheadedness and the cough. Of course, this is a notorious cough that you have with it, so you need a lot of lozenges with it.
Is it like a
But I
death
did-
cough?
What's that?
Is it like a death cough? Like your lungs?
It's a dry cough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like bad. I just can't get nothing to come up. You know what I mean? Nothing to come up. So it's
I'm finally starting to get over the sinus infection from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just starting to get over it.
Yeah. As long as we have to go out there in the world, we're gonna keep seeing it.
Yeah, that's true.
that's the sad part. So I mean, they're claiming that we're plateauing it out, and of course now we're coming up on Mardi Gras, and it happened about this time when it really went pandemic through the United States. It was right after Mardi Gras, so we get to see if this new stuff, Omicron or whatever it is, it's going to be passed the same way or not. So we'll see. We're the guinea pigs.
We're the guinea pigs.
We're the guinea pigs here. But anyway,
I don't want to be a guinea pig.
so Onae, what's up?
What's up? Huzzah.
Huzzah! Yes, that's more of a pleasant like
Yep.
exclamation.
I even learned a new
All
one while
over.
I was there. One guy was there and he had his horn and it was full of alcohol and I was like,
Don't do
good.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's suggestive.
What?
Don't do that. That's suggestive.
No.
Oh my god.
So anyway, he had his horn, his drinking horn.
No, but it's the way he was doing it. It was like,
Yes, I guess like that, right? Adoo.
So anyway, he had his drinking horn, and he's all skull. And I thought he was talking about chew, like the tobacco that you chew.
Right.
Howard.
Oh no! It's a Viking.
What the heck is that? But apparently, it means like cheers. So.
Yes, it's an ancient Viking
Huh.
saying. Skull.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I learned it.
Skull.
Oh,
And it's a this.
Terrible,
Right?
Howard. I'm so innocent. Look at.
No, you would raise your horn, if you will, and proclaim skull, and it's an old Viking term, Nordic term, I should say.
I haven't raised
Or
my
a
horn. in-
heathen. They called him a heathen. You haven't what?
What?
What'd you say? You haven't what?
Say what?
This is a virtual slap.
Oh, I'll take it. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
everybody. Hey, Pamela. and
No,
Arlene and
I love
Tracy.
Renaissance fairs. They're so much fun.
They are.
Mhm.
Hey, boo.
Yes, they're
I got
fun.
to perform.
Hey,
I got to perform Hamlet at a Renaissance fair once.
yeah, that would be really fun.
Yeah, we did it like the old style too, where all the performers were male.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
Even the women.
Even the women.
Even the women were.
I
men.
played Hamlet's best friend Horatio.
I
Very
played
nice.
the third cousin,
They don't do anything as
Froderick.
that there. They kind of stick to the the raunchier kind of stuff. So, more playful. That's kind of what they're doing there, while they're drinking their mead and eating their sausage on a stick. So
Turkey legs. Arr.
leg.
Gotta have the turkey legs. It's more like
Sausage on a stick. I
more
like that accent.
heathenistic.
The funny thing is they really didn't have turkey legs back then. It probably would have been goose if they were eating any kind of bird.
They'd be a lot smaller.
No, it's true because I think isn't turkey like a Native American bird, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have turkeys in Europe,
And apparently
if
we
I'm
don't
not
have
mistaken.
They have goats. They have sheep, goats, and geep.
So,
Yeah.
so do y'all meet other people from other Renaissance festivals from across the country? Or?
They are like all they're like professional rennies. They just kind of go to different ones. They all have they travel around and go to the different ones all around the country. The one lady who I'm working with, she has her spots here, and then she has them in Colorado and then also Minnesota. And that's who I'm working with. And but she also goes to South Carolina too. And I know there's a big one in Texas, and that they all just kind of do their little circuit. It's pretty cool.
It'd be interesting. I think it'd be interesting to hear the
Like
accent
like
going to
we are.
different places. I mean, you go to Texas and they got the Texas accents, but they're supposed to be from the Renaissance. You go to Jersey. Oh, it's a Jersey thing,
English Potter is there. He's from England, Stefan.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They come from all over. It's crazy. There's even a guy from Wisconsin across the way from me.
Mhm.
So he's selling. Ooh, do I have it with me? Oh, probably not. It's my corset cooler.
Corset cooler?
Cooler, yes. It's this tube that you stuff with either warm rice or cold rice, and you stick it in here, and it keeps you warm or it cools you off.
What? That's a good invention.
Isn't
How
that
do you call
great?
it? It's a booby heater.
I've never
Yeah.
seen one of those. Even at the Renaissance fair that I go to every year, they don't have that. Maybe I should mention it to one of them.
He's out there. I'm sorry, Onae. I was just picturing like an upper Wisconsin person at a Renaissance fair, and I'm thinking,
Big cornbread fed kid or something like that.
Yeah. I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, he's out there. Hear ye, get your corset cooler there, don't you know?
Don't you know? Like that.
Gotta have that don't you know on the end of there.
That's what I'm talking about. But Renaissance supposed to have been what in the UK or in that type of area. And then you having someone with, I don't know, a Mississippi accent. Sure, come on now. I'm dating my sister next week. We get
Oh my
married.
gosh.
I mean, that might go. I mean,
That's more
Renaissance.
county fair, Howard.
Well, I don't know about.
Chastity belt. That'd be cool if someone was wearing a chastity belt. I've never seen
Yeah,
one wear one of
Irene,
those.
you should put a chastity belt on Howard.
On his mouth, like a chastity
I don't
belt.
need one. Trust me, I don't need one. I stated that earlier. I haven't raised my horn up in years.
Skull.
Oh,
No, you'd be
Hey,
looking
between the
down
tongue
at the
and cheek.
ground because he hasn't
You
raised
keep
it.
talking about that horn, Howard. I'm gonna have to go get a beer myself.
oh.
This is the last thing I bought at anything like that. I
Oh, how cute!
got these little dolls for Crystal at DegCon. They're little like hand sewn.
Those are
This
so
one's
cute.
supposed to be a little hand sewn voodoo.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that they came from the Renaissance Festival or something where you work.
No, these came from DegCon. Someone actually made them, and I
I
bought
love
them.
those.
But maybe they would be something you would see at a Renaissance festival because during the Renaissance time, because they were handmade, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, sock puppets and dolls and things. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing, Annette. Griman's
Oh,
team.
Jeremy up here saying that.
Yeah, your buddy's on
Thank
here.
you, Jim. It's my Rennie hat, my Rennie outfit. And I have to entice people and draw them into my little lair to get a reading.
Darn it. I had a Viking hat, but it's not with me.
You can
I
entice me
have
with a
seen the
backpack.
live
That's what you can
jousting and
entice me
stuff
with.
before too.
Huh? I should both talk at the same time.
I'm sorry. I was talking about Renaissance fairs. I was saying I'd seen the live jousting before too.
Isn't it fun? Did you know they even had what I loved? It wasn't too like maybe 5 years ago, if that. Wasn't there a jousting competition show?
Oh yeah. It was on like History Channel.
Did they have kilts on? Were they wearing the kilts?
No.
No.
They were wearing armor, like suits
Yeah,
of
they were
armor.
right.
Oh,
But they
yeah?
were
Oh,
actually
wow.
really doing it. It was really cool.
Oh, wait, jousting. I'm thinking javelin throwing. Like Highlanders and kilts throwing
No,
a
this is
javelin.
No, this is on horseback.
Jousting, yeah. They have that at this Renaissance fair here too. And you pick which side or like which knight that you want to root for. There's two different ones. Like a different color or different.
I'm gonna get you a cod piece. How's that? There's a
What is that? Fish. I like some fish.
Howard and his
I
cod
like
piece.
seafood.
It's a piece that increases your bulge, Howard.
I'm not looking to increase.
You were tight with it, Howard. You were tight when you put the cod piece on.
Mm. So it's
And
really for aesthetics.
Pretty much like wearing a cup.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's bad enough they float when I take a bath. Why I want to wear a cod piece? I mean, come on, really? that's not good.
I will say the most horrible part about doing any kind of theater, especially Shakespearean theater, are the tights.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had to wear those. I was assuming if you even had men playing women that you had to wear tights.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, luckily I didn't have to play a woman.
I couldn't wear tights. I'm sorry. Get that male camel toe thing going on. That's a terrible thing you see.
Well, that's why you have the cock piece. It's just it kind of hides all of that, but at the same hand makes you look bigger than you are.
Yeah, much.
I mean,
get a freaking cup. You get a jock in a cup. That's all you need.
I was walking around the fair after I performed Hamlet and got invited to 3 proms. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
No, I'm just teasing. What's up, Scotty?
Hey, Linda.
No, I did Shakespearean theater a little bit when I was in college. It was a lot of fun.
This is my Ren outfit, David. So there you go.
For special
Hot
occasions.
pieces for special occasions. Well, I would think the show here would be a special occasion, right, for Howard?
Exactly.
Yeah, his comeback after his
On my face like that.
whatever you want to call it. His
Right on your face like that.
his recuperation period.
You
That's
look-
what
you're
I
looking
said.
like-
A chastity
you're looking
belt
like
on your mouth.
Bane from Batman.
Uh-oh.
We don't need no cod pieces here.
Oh my gosh. See what David said?
A private message there, Howard.
Yeah, he wants to sing you his thong song.
Who's that?
David.
David.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, he said check my inbox. Let me see.
Don't show it on screen.
Oh hell yeah.
What did Tim say? He said something about exactly what Tim said. What did Tim say?
I'm not sure.
Let's see.
Yes, Linda, I
Oh.
do the readings. I'm doing readings at the Ren Festival. Yeah. That's what my character is. I'm
Hey Carl.
a fortune teller, soothsayer,
She's a soothsayer.
a rare balded Sasquatch.
Yep, that's my name.
Ye who wears tights too. That's what your name should have been. Ye who wears
Yes.
tights tonight.
You who wore tight. This was a
Robin
long
Hood.
time ago, and I was much more fit than I am today.
This is my corset. This is one of my corsets. I've got,
Is
I've
that
got
a bustier?
and then I've got belts that just kind of just go underneath instead. So
So soothsay. Soothsayeth.
Oh, damn, you got that David. He's all watching. He's a pimp. He's pimp daddy.
But no, one of my favorite. I'm a huge Mel Brooks fan.
Me too.
Huge Mel Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mel Brooks.
And
I don't
one
know
of my favorite movies of his is
they will not survive Mel Brooks.
that's true.
What?
But I love History of the World Part 1, where it kind of
Yeah.
goes through different times of history.
Yeah.
Oh
And-
no, I didn't see that one. I only know the Blazing Saddles and
Oh, you've got to see
Monty
it.
Python.
You guys-
It's
Monty
so funny.
Python,
It
yeah.
has so many great
Spaceballs.
characters. Gregory Hines is in it, and there's, I mean, just so many. Sid Caesar. There's so
Remember
many.
that scene?
great-
Remember that first scene when they got the guys that were going through the marketplace and there was Mel Brooks and the other guy talking and they had the guy selling the plumbing. This is
Yeah.
the new latest fashion, the new latest thing. Pump the shit right out of your house, you know.
It's in ancient Rome,
Yeah.
and one of them is a soothsayer booth.
Yeah.
And he goes, sir, you're going on a long journey. You, sir, are going to Rome. And he goes, I'm in Rome. And he said, do I lie? And he goes, sooth,
Psychic.
we give great sooth.
That's funny.
So when you said soothsayer, that was the first thing that went through my mind was
Oh.
sooth, you give great sooth.
which movie is this? I'm writing it down because I want to see it.
History of the World Part 1.
Yep.
It starts off with like the caveman and it goes all the way up through the French Revolution.
You got a big guy with a big jukebox with a big boom boxes on his shoulder walking
Yeah,
through the
it came
street.
out in the 70s, so late 70s, early 80s, I think. So yeah, you'd be, walking through there playing Funky Town. There's a
Yep.
great joke that I can't tell on TV, on live, but
Why not? Why not?
it's just Mel Brooks' genius because it has a really bad. Well, I'll just do it anyway.
Yeah.
There's a part in there that if you don't know the story, you wouldn't get the joke. And Mel Brooks seems to put that in every one of his movies. Like my favorite one is Young Frankenstein. Every time they say Frau Blucher, the horse is whinny.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, Blucher is German for glue. So if you didn't know that, you wouldn't get the joke.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on top of
Now
that,
I know.
in this one, there's a blind beggar walking through the streets of ancient Rome saying, give to Oedipus, give to Oedipus. Well, if you don't know the story of Oedipus, he murders his father, marries his mother, becomes king of Thebes, and when he realizes what he's done, he gouges his eyes out.
Oh yeah. I feel like I've
Well, when
seen
Gregory Hines' character walks past him, Oedipus goes, "Hey, Josephus," and he goes, "Hey, mother effer."
Yeah.
So if you didn't know the story of Oedipus, you wouldn't get the joke.
Yeah. Okay, he married his mother.
Yeah,
Got it. Yeah.
and had 2 children by her.
But you know what? This is so sad, though, Tim, is that when you have to explain something like that, when it goes over my head, it's not funny.
That's not funny.
I get it, but on the same hand, it's just one of those things that I love about his genius in his movies is that he hides little things in there that you don't understand, and then when you find out the answer, it just makes it funnier when you watch it again.
Yeah, now I'm going to watch it, and now I'll understand everything now. Thank you. I've got my
that's about the only thing that you wouldn't have gotten in that movie, believe you me, because the rest of it, trust me, it's horrible.
You need to see Monty Python and the Holy Grail. What's he doing the Renaissance thing?
Oh yeah, Monty Python, the Quest for the Holy Grail.
Yeah. She needs to watch that. Onae needs to watch that.
That's a great movie too.
Yeah.
I love
it. It's just a scratch.
It is but a scratch.
My lord.
2 arms and a leg. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh, run away, are ya?
Come back here, you cowardly bastard. I'll bite your legs off.
What are you drinking? I need some of whatever you're drinking.
Me or them?
You or them, I guess. Whatever.
Just like I do in the 13th dimension. We bow to no corporate sponsors.
Don't. Yeah.
Okay, here.
Chick-fil-A, you've been holding out. That's even better than what you had before.
You got the big gulp.
Jeremy, you end up explaining just as much to me as I do to you. So.
Oh Lord. That reminds me. Don't forget to watch. Everybody watch March 8th. It's going to be that's the movies. The movie's coming out. The thing about Pam.
Ooh, that's right. And you're going to be in it.
Yay! You'll see me in the background here and there. Might hear me.
The thing about
if I'm not on the cutting room floor.
This is the Pepsi Zero Sugar. That's why it's in a black can.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
I have that disease called diabetes, so I have to drink zero sugar.
Me too, but I drink the blue kind.
Bad for you, Howard.
I know.
My mother is 60. I'm not going to tell her age, but she's in her 60s. She's in retirement age. We'll leave it at that. And she's almost completely blind because diabetes is eating her eyesight away.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta get mine checked.
So I'm telling you, lay off that sugary stuff.
Yeah. I took out grains completely and the sugar and the potatoes, and I just like whoop. I felt amazing. I lost all kinds of weight. I was able to actually walk around and not be in pain because I have arthritis really bad. So that hurts my joints when I walk, and I can't even like walk upstairs and stuff. I used to get injections into my knees just so I could walk. Yeah. And I had crutches. And then after I had gave up all that stuff and went paleo, because I'm not supposed to have dairy either because I'm casein, whey, and lactose intolerant. So so I had to find all these other foods to eat and substitute. So, instead of popcorn, I had to get, kale chips and pretend really, really, really hard that kale was yummy.
After a while, it probably wasn't so bad.
Yeah, well, when you get used to things, after a while, yeah, sure. But yeah, no, I was able to actually exercise on gym equipment, and I even got a personal trainer, and it was just so amazing. I was just like, that's it, I'm sold. But then, of course, you always, oh, a French fry won't hurt. Oh, a gluten-free pizza won't hurt. Oh, and then, yeah, it does. So next thing you know, I'm back out and in fat now.
It's good to have bones.
Haagen-Dazs ice cream won't hurt. Or You know,
Everyone
that's
gets
what I'm
mad
talking
when
about.
I say this, but I actually lost like 80 pounds because I started eating more food.
Yeah. Because your body's
But
not in starvation mode. I don't know how
yeah,
this happens to be Renaissance, but it's, huzzah.
well, I went from
So,
eating one big meal a day to breaking it up throughout the day. So my body's metabolizing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's not in starvation mode. So it's like just kind of like
Yeah.
burning and letting go, releasing.
I bet you have more energy.
Yeah,
when
I'm
you
down
eat
to like
more.
218 now.
Yeah.
So I'm under
Energy's always-
220.
Me too.
That's not probably. I bet you're. Didn't you show us a picture of you when you were bigger? I think you did.
Me?
Me?
Yeah, him. I think he showed us a photo.
Yeah, I did. I was 300 pounds.
It's
And I'm
crazy.
down to 218. So
Yeah, but you wore it well because you're
He's
really
like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
no, I'm 6'3".
I'm 5'2", so 1 pound equals like 10 on a camera and a waistline.
I still got a belly.
What
Just
you
a little
mean?
bit of one, but I got a belly still.
But that jumbo tenderloin, yum.
See, I actually make that into like 3 meals.
3
One
meals.
sandwich will make like 4 sandwiches. Trust me.
Oh no, since I had this COVID, I lost. Yeah, my appetite is not there. I mean, I've cut down from what I used to eat in half, and I still can't finish what I got on my plate. So I don't know what's wrong.
Your stomach got smaller.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Well,
Your appetite.
you do look a little slimmer here.
Still got my turkey chin.
Do this. If you do that all the time, it'll firm it up. But
Just
people
kinda do
also
like
think
this,
that you're rabid as well.
Yeah, pull it up.
It was like that.
Jello wrestle. Go Jello wrestling.
You look like a
Jello
fish.
wrestling is good for that.
Call me Hootie. Hootie and the
A
blowfish.
mermaid. Be a mermaid.
I'm a blowfish.
You would be a blowfish if you were a fish,
Yeah.
for sure. Yep. So, what else do they do at Renaissance Fair? Like, what other kind of booths and stuff are at this one?
Oh well, one they have my favorite, but I haven't got it yet. Is the caramel apple stand?
Oh
Yes.
my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You can get everything in that thing too, not just apples.
Mhm.
And
I've tried everything.
they got the caramel apple with the chocolate chips on the bottom, or the nuts on the bottom, or just a combination of everything that looks yummy. They have frozen bananas, chocolate covered frozen bananas. Those are like my favorite.
Really, but was that around Renaissance time? Really? Think
Chocolate
about it.
covered cherries and chocolate covered strawberries. But if you want to know about other kind of booths besides food, they have the Boss Wench. That's where you can buy all this stuff here. There and they have all different kinds of stuff. I'm gonna buy myself some pantaloons. I can't wait.
I'm gonna buy me some too.
Hey, it's worked for the Swiss
Mine-
Guard since the time of Michelangelo. So
And like Linda says, they have ladies there all in what are those? Is it a canopy? Not a canopy. What is it? It's like a little. It looks like a stage. It's not. And they're all braiding hair. They do hair braiding. They do. They have belly dancers there. They have.
Oh, I love
They
those.
used to have the bellman there, and bellman he used to have these massive bells that were like the church bells, and he'd have like this all different sized church bells, and he would actually put "Thank you, pavilion. Thank you. I appreciate that." My brain. I was intelligent at one time. Then I had 3 kids, and I don't know what happened. Yeah. So, and then what else they have? They have the Tortuga Twins, and that's 3 guys that put on these performances all day, and they get X-rated or R-rated, pretty bad.
The what?
The Tortuga Twins. They are
It
the
does
greatest.
sound perverted. Go ahead.
And it's 3 guys, and they are amazing. Yes, I told you, David, you got to show up. So I'm telling everybody, like, you guys, anybody who wants a vacation, come and see me. I am there. I will be happy to, like, put you in my
see
chair.
Onae there. She's in a foursome with the Tortuga twins or triplets or whatever they are.
And then they've got like all kinds of acts. They've got who else is there?
It's Renaissance porn at its finest.
Yes, it is, and they are amazing. And
they have corn too. That's what he said, corn on the cob.
Yes, and they have corn.
No.
They do have corn.
Kitty with a porn. Renaissance porn.
Corn. What else do they have? Oh, and they have the ladder. What is it? Jacob's ladder, where it's like a rope, like a pirate ladder kind of thing with a rope, and you have to like those kind of things. They have jousts. The jousts are amazing, and so are the knights. So that's always interesting. And then they have sport walking through. Oh my gosh, let's see.
Do they have swords? Do they play with swords? Like they have like different events. They got the jousting. They have the swords.
Yes.
The long staff.
I was trying to get on stage myself, but I didn't get there yet. I will be on stage. But yeah, they have a lot of tarot readers and palm readers and psychics, and so they have like a whole little tribe of them. But I'm off on my own in my own little cubby, which I think I've posted pictures. And then they have, oh my gosh, they have like all kinds of things there. They've got, like, I can't even like even think now. I'm like all like amazed with everything. They've got like I told you, they had the corset coolers. The guy there, they have all kinds of tapestry people. So if you like tapestries and candles, and they even they have like a stand that you can put your hands in wax, and you can come out with your wax hands. They've got. You ought
to get into that. I mean, Rosie makes soaps and things of that nature. And
I made tenderloins tonight. We were all talking about tenderloins earlier. I made them tonight. These are much smaller than the ones.
Like grain-free bread or something. I was like, "Ooh, that's."
I didn't know what it was.
No, it's a tenderloin. So it's a pork tenderloin. You smash it down flat, and then you bread it and deep fry it.
Linda knows all this stuff. Yes, they have wooden swords and wooden shields, and they even have wands and stuff like that. So too, they have all kinds of, and they have chainmail. Ooh, they've got chainmail.
Yeah, I like that.
And they've got all kinds of belly dancing outfits, and which I'm across the way from the belly dancing outfit place, and they have the harp player, and she plays amazing music.
I always love the performers. The guy that has the barrel and the plank, and he's juggling and keeping his balance and things.
I haven't seen that one. I've always just kind of like stopped and saw the Tortuga twins and the belly dancers
and the jesters. I always love the jesters
and the food. I'm always there for the food. And then of course there's he makes all kinds of wonderful stuff that's crafty for your garden.
It's actually healthy to eat that
Man,
kind
there's
of food.
like everything I love there. I need to go there. There's everything I like.
I love it. That's
basically it's like a caveman diet, isn't it? That's what it is.
But they do a lot of pastry stuff too. Like they shepherd's pie. They have the shepherd's pie there, which is a pastry, which is supposed to be lamb and vegetables, like a stew, and it's put inside a pastry pocket. And what else? Oh, they have they didn't have it, but they have
I love shepherd's pie. I'm wiping tears.
I know.
He's crying. He loves it so much.
They have onion rings and French fries and yummy stuff like that, deep fried breaded stuff. I'm not sure they had that back then, but
that's more carnival food. It's more carnival food. They might as well have funnel cakes there. They bring funnel cakes and then you got a carnival.
It's like the funnel cake. It is. It's like that, and they have that there too. And then what else do they have? Oh, they used to have Scotch eggs. That's what I was looking forward to, because I can eat like 2 Scotch eggs a day and I'm good. They're amazing. Have you had a Scotch egg?
No, what's a Scotch egg? Tell us what's a Scotch egg. Tell us.
Scotch eggs are amazing. It's like the best food in the world. It's like a soft boiled egg. You take it out of the shell and then you wrap it in sausage, and then you bread it and deep fry it.
That sounds so good.
and it is amazing.
Yeah, they're good. I've had one before. They're really good. Uh-oh.
Oh, it says Tim. I didn't see that part. My cursor's on there. I was like, "Who are you going to show us some sausage right
I
away?"
feel like there's going to
Yeah,
be some private
yeah.
messaging later on.
Actually, I was actually eating since they don't have Scotch eggs there now. They're not. I was like, why are I walked all over the place to look for my Scotch egg, and then I went stopped in this one booth, and I'm like, where are the Scotch eggs? Because they have several kitchens. They have the Queen's kitchen, the King's kitchen, and some other kitchens, and so you have to walk around to get all these different foods. And mostly it's food on a stick. You get meat on a stick. You get like sausage, chicken, or steak on a stick. You have the shepherd's pie. You have what else do they have? It's like all kinds of yummies. Cod. They have fish and chips there. So that's an old English kind of thing. So
My favorite thing about Britain are the meat pies. That's what I'm always jealous from Great Britain is the
I
meat
can't eat
pies.
them anymore because
Natchitoches meat pies. Oh my God! I can
I eat the inside.
that.
I eat the inside of the meat, but I can't eat the outside.
Oh, that stuff's
Howard,
spicy.
think of your crawfish pie that I had.
We have a meat pie. It's called a Natchitoches meat pie. It's from also that crawfish pie was just also from Natchitoches. But there's something else that's new that was just on the news just a couple of days ago, and it surprised the hell out of me. It's something that they actually starting in Louisiana. We're known down here for sugar cane, and also for rice.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have an abundance. And what we do is our rice patties, we turn them into crawfish patties, crawfish ponds. We harvest crawfish down here. But during the run on rice season, they're actually starting to make sake wines.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
So you can have your sake cold, or you can have it warm the traditional way. And there's different flavors of different types of sakes, and they even got a place where the name of the bar now. It's in New Orleans, but that's where they create this stuff, and they we're getting banned. What the hell?
At one moment, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what did he just say?" But at the next moment, I'm just laughing, and I'm like, "Man, I had a really
He's
bad
got that
day."
going on right there. He says, "Oh my God, I'm going to get banned."
Thank you, David. You made me laugh, and I've had a poopy day. So it was worth. If you get banned, I'm sorry, but it was worth it. Just it's just for the laugh.
This is more like, I don't know. This is Petri dish and Unholy Trinity. That's more Unholy Trinity stuff that's going on in the chat right now. It's like, but I forgot all about that, Chrissy. So yeah, we got to talk about that. I was going to just rerun last week's show because I didn't have. We didn't do a show for the Unholy Trinity, so I might as well just use what I was going to do, which was the viewers' choice. When they wanted us to talk about, they could have made up a subject, and we had two subjects that we were going to talk about, and then the Petri dish. I think let's see. Oh yeah, we have Miss Charlotte Underwood coming on from the UK, so she's going to be on here next week on the Paranormal Swamp Talk.
Cool.
And, she's internationally known psychic medium also, so she's got stuff.
I like meeting new people.
Well, so are these two ladies.
Yes,
yeah.
They are.
I'm not international.
Who?
There are plenty of people from England and stuff that watch our shows.
You know what? I guess they're
go from state to
state. Like Rosie and I.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
We're both internationally known.
You. She's like poking me. It's so funny. Look at that. It's like
it's kind of like the Brady Bunch, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of. I was like, what is it called? I was going to say Three's Company, but I was like, no, it's not Three's Company.
Yes, I am actually, because I've been, I was actually a reader a tarot reader in Ireland and the UK. And so I have clients from all over the place. So I've been doing that for years.
Yep. So you're both internationally known. I'm just
I
saying.
did have one person that I think was Australian. I haven't talked to her in a long time. Yeah, I didn't think about it.
But
Yeah.
you're both internationally known. I'm just saying, there are people from all over the world that watch these shows,
Yep.
and you're both
That
mediums.
is true. That is
I'm
true.
well known through several police departments.
I don't doubt it. Is there a reason you've been gone for a week other than the fact you were sick? You just told us you were sick.
I'm not well known anywhere.
Oh my
I say that, but
God.
like, it's funny because my wife's like, everywhere we go, somebody knows who you are.
That's funny. Someone told me that today. I was like, but I'm a hermit. I don't know how.
Yeah, when
I'm
I went
just-
to what is it, the Warrens Paracon, I'm seeing people there that I like that know me. I'm just like,
Uh-huh.
oh my gosh, clients are there recognizing me. It's not like other vendors; it's like clients. I'm like, wow.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's
It's pretty
good that they
fun.
came to both of them.
What would you say, just trying to change subjects here a little bit, what would you say has been the most challenging thing you've had to do as a medium?
Oh my gosh, probably the most challenging thing is Fear Fest.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, I mean,
I
it's
don't
funny, but
know.
it's not like.
It was challenging since day one. I can tell you
Hello,
that.
San Antonio.
I
Sorry.
tried to
amazing.
breaking her wrong.
Amazing.
That was the
Yeah,
first day. She didn't even make it to the place yet, and I'm already stalking the poor woman.
That's true. In her undies. You got her in her undies, man.
Yeah.
I think.
know.
Wasn't you in your nightgown?
No, I was in my PJs, but they're like really old, skimpy things. So it was,
That doesn't mean, hell, Rosie was standing outside our room. Rosie was standing outside our room knocking on the door. She's getting propositioned by the dude walking past.
I was like, let me in. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I don't care if you're naked, Howard. I do not care. I just don't want to die. I was like, just cover up and let me in. It was scary.
oh my gosh.
Some very sketchy looking dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole place was empty. Empty.
Uh-huh.
Nobody.
I like the convenience of the bar room right in the parking lot.
Yeah, there
And
was a bar
one
across the
room-
parking lot that was full. Those people
One room
came
I
out.
get. But the most challenging thing, I don't know. I would have to say probably. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say probably Fear Fest, because as a medium, that was my first. Well, it wasn't my first experience, but it was a lot of people, and it was a lot of energy around there. And with that, it was like I had to try to manage the energy in the building, the energy of the people themselves, and also all the energy that they were bringing with them. So I would say, as a medium, that was probably one of my tougher ones, but it was a great experience and a great learning experience. So
I know Crystal, when we were at DeadCon, there was like 300-400 people walking around at the time. So she had to take like a CBD gummy to help block some of the energy out, because there was so much energy. A lot of it was positive energy, but there's just so much going on.
Yeah. Well, another time was when I did a theater thing. Because I do conventions and corporate events and stuff like that. But one thing I did, I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, come on, because we'd like start doing things, and we would do events all the time and have big rooms full of, galleries, massive, like 70 people. We thought was like, whoa, oh my God, we got 70 people. I sold out a theater of 300 people. And I had to, as a medium, for my first time selling. I mean, I was thinking, I'm like, oh my God, maybe I'll sell 10 tickets. Maybe, hopefully I'll sell 10 tickets, And then to find out we oversold the theater, and he had to the theater director had to kick people out and turn people away. So we sold out the event, and it was amazing. But once I get into the groove of reading and doing my thing, I'm fine. But I would say probably the just the fear of seeing 300 faces looking down at me expecting something was pretty intense. So I wouldn't say it's like the mediumship part. It's more of the just people having eyes on me and expecting something from me, and I want to deliver. So because they're there looking.
Here's a question for you. Linda's asking, what's the best remedy for a third eye headache?
Oh wow, Linda! It depends upon the person, really. And really, when I get the third eye, so it has to be individualized because everybody's different. So for me, is basically when I get that, one, you need to get yourself out of the crowd, away from that energy. And two, ground and center yourself. Three, drink some water for sure. You need to hydrate. And I like to eat a raw steak, or rare, not a raw, but a rare steak. For me. I don't know. I like meat. So, and I like it bloody. So,
she wrestles in the red Jello.
But anyway, that's what kind of helps me. And then, of course, grounding and centering. But you really kind of, but the big thing is when you do get the headache, though, what it is for me, I found it's spirit trying to communicate with you in some form, and you're not opening up to it. So it just means that means you're just getting a message, and it just means relax and open up to it, and just kind of start asking it questions like, okay, what's going on here? Who are you? Where, what do you want? How can I help you? Because they're seeing you as a lighthouse, and they're trying to communicate. And it could be your guides, it could be your angels, or it could be just a spirit seeing you as a lighthouse, wanting to communicate and needing help. So, yes, rare is the best.
Yeah, I agree.
It's and it has to be filet mignon, of course. It has to be filet mignon, and only the best cuts, please, because that's all I eat. So, but anyway.
High maintenance. Good Lord.
I don't care as long as it's
I've
rare.
always been like a ribeye or New York strip kind of guy.
I love ribeye. I love ribeye steak.
Nope, filet mignon for me only. So I don't even eat hamburger. So it's just too low class for me. It's too grizzly.
I eat
Too mooey.
burger guy.
Wow.
Yeah. So Linda, to answer your question, I hope that answered it. There's all kinds of, you have to find what works for you. And I noticed that when I'm having a stress headache here, this is spirit communicating and asking you to open up and communicate. It's trying to give you a message. So, basically just kind of do something mundane that will help. Like washing dishes or vacuuming or doing something that's a mundane, or going for a walk, that might actually help because it gets you on, or even a drive. When you're going, like when you're driving from home to the store, and it's like a half hour, and all of a sudden you're like, you blink and you're like, whoa, I'm here. How'd I get here? That's because you went on almost kind of like a trance state, to where you could all of a sudden get some downloads and messages from your spirit guides and angels. So, and that's kind of what what works for me.
And David has a question. He says, David's question is, question. That was good. So what's the next one? He says, what's the most scariest experience on an investigation and the funniest?
Oh my gosh. The scariest.
And the funniest.
Say when the scariest was when spirit was telling me to get out, and it was getting a little aggressive and upset, and it started to grab my throat and choke me. And typically when I have that happen, it's okay. I don't mind being choked so much. I mean, it's okay. But but
I knew it wasn't going to go unpunished.
Because it's a message, Howard. It's a message from spirit wanting to kind of like tell you, how they passed. But this one felt more aggressive, like it was like doing that to me. So like on purpose, like it was like trying to get me out. And that's, I would think, probably, even though I was laughing because I couldn't get up off the floor because it was holding me down. But at the same time, I mean, I'm a little weird. Okay. So, but yeah, it was choking me. And so that was, and then everybody kept touching me. And every time they kept touching me, it got worse. So my throat started closing up even more. That was probably my scariest time. I mean, even scarier than other events that I've been at. I would think that oh my God, that was so scary until that happened. I was never actually physically, truly attacked, like physically that aggressive. Like I've been attacked before, but those are pansies compared to this one. And then the funniest thing is basically almost kind of the same scenario, really, to be honest. So it was just kind of like to see, like, I don't know, like it was the whole scenario of the whole situation. It was kind of like how everybody reacted and to this, everything that was going on around them. And it was just, I don't know, like seemed funny, but it wasn't probably, but if you look back at it, it's like, oh my God, I thought there was going to be a horde of people chasing me with pitchforks and wanting to, put me in string me up. So I was just kind of like a little afraid, like, oh my God, I'm showing my mediumship abilities here and I'm being attacked by something. And now they all think I'm possessed. So it was just kind of like at least that's what I was led to believe they were thinking. So
I felt like he was using you as an example to scare everyone else away.
Yeah.
Like you were the one he could get to the easiest. So you were the
I
one
was open because I was like trying to get the message. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, I'm going to go after this one and everybody will flee afterwards because they'll be afraid of me.
Yeah. No, everyone just followed me. And then I was like, someone whispered in my ear, like, they're going to get you. They're going to get you. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a horde. They're going to get me. They're going to crucify me or put me in see if I sink or something to the bottom of the river. I don't know. But it was kind of funny at the same time. So if you think back, but it wasn't funny at the time when I was experiencing it. I was a little nervous. But then afterwards,
we really were just going to tie you to that chair and throw some holy water on you and start, saying some, I don't know, Hail Marys and prayers.
Was that
the power of Christ compels you?
Yeah. Yes.
That's what I was kind of expecting. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to do something. They're going to take me out of the basement. They're going to find me out.
No.
I don't know what to do.
I will say this. Onae. One of my scariest experiences ever investigating, we were running a spirit box. And we were in a jail, in a prison. And Scotty Wilson was walking through with a friend of his, and he was joking around. And he said, the power of Christ compels you. And the spirit box literally goes, that don't work here, boy.
Oh, my God.
Just as deep. I mean, that don't work here, boy. And Scotty stops on a dime, and he goes, you want to bet?
Oh, my gosh. That would have freaked me out.
Yeah, I would have laughed. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It was scary and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
Scotty and I kind of took it as a challenge.
Yeah.
But
hey, Greg Koss, how are you, hon?
I think the scariest parts for me doing something like that would be seeing my friends or colleagues or fellow paranormal investigators that actually getting attacked. That freaks me out every time.
I don't know where you were when I was being attacked, Howard. You didn't save me.
We didn't come to find you after that, though.
You called for Rosie.
Up Howard. And I said, Howard, get me down there to wherever she is now, because there are some people that didn't want me around you. And I was like, Howard, plummet through them boys and get me down there. And he did.
You got down. But yeah, you didn't call for Howie. You didn't call for how you called for Rosie. Rosie, that was it.
I smell better. Sorry.
In for herself. Problems of my own.
Hi, Anita.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Vincent, how are you? I was watching Vincent today. He was having a video of his front yard with the squirrels and how he's feeding the squirrels today. Mm-hmm. It was so cute.
Does he do readings? Is that the Vincent that I'm thinking of that does tarot card readings?
Sorry, Vincent. I have no clue. Sorry. I just happened to scroll by and it popped up on my screen. So I watched.
He must do something because he said, I want to join your show somehow. I guess that's to Howard. So he must do something normally.
Pepe Le Pew.
I'm about to look more.
If it's Pepe Le Pew. I'm thinking he used to do tarot card readings, I think.
What does it mean when you see a faceless black spirit next to you, and how do you get rid of it?
Well, again,
Howard just farts.
I don't think everything is negative. So a faceless black spirit just might be we don't know how much energy it takes spirit to manifest so that we can see them and feel them. So it just might be where they're at and their abilities. So I just kind of feel like if there's something there, it's just there. It might be just a regular spirit just trying to connect and communicate. So I just always basically kind of ask, how can I help you? And if I'm not in the mood, and I want to be just left alone, please, can you come back later? That always seems to work. And if it doesn't, then you just kind of get the sage and tell them, get the hell out of my house. I'm not. and that kind of works for me. Maybe other people have more ritualistic kind of stuff. I'm more of just, treat them like you would anybody else. It's an energy, a spirit, a soul. And, if they're intruding and they're not going to be, you know, respectful of your requests, then you can treat them like somebody who'd be like living and being a jerk. Get out of my house now. So and then sage their ass. So but basically that's kind of that's my initial thing, because I don't know how in depth you want to get with this and how in depth you needed to get in with the energy. But I really basically just kind of treat them as if it was somebody here in life, because that's basically what it is. It's soul energy.
Yes,
And
generally
then
do.
you get your camera out and you try to get it on camera so nobody thinks you're crazy. Just and then when it goes away, at least you got your.
Yep. That's funny. But thank you for the
I've been getting in a lot of this. Been doing some research on these BECs, black-eyed children. They're supposed to be like aliens, crossbred aliens and stuff like that. So that's a question I'd like to ask you, Onae and Rosie.
The train stopped, and you said that it had to be the emergency brakes. So that means it had to hit a car.
Oh, a train stop.
I hope not.
All the hobos are going to be coming in there. They're coming to eat. Get the barbecue pit out.
Maybe there's a problem with something else.
In a bucket. You want to get the bucket. You don't want to come in the house using the bathroom.
They were so loud. I'm surprised you didn't hear them. I said I've never heard the train's brakes before, and I'm surprised you didn't hear it because they were so loud.
That has happened before, though.
I actually could hear it.
I never heard
Do
Yeah,
you
that was
remember
loud.
Brandon Catherson?
Yeah.
For
His
as
body-
small as a town as this is,
on
we've had
train
tons of
like
people
that.
get hit by the train in our town.
Yeah.
And they
I hope
always-
that's-
It's a railroad track. Somebody going to get hit.
We
next
had a man that fell asleep in between the tracks.
It's stay warm on the tracks. 'Cause that's what
Fall asleep may have been a loose term. May have passed out drunk. We're not exactly. The train ran him over. They separated the cars, and he was still alive. He was perfectly fine. They said if he'd have woke up, he'd have died.
Yep.
And I was like amazed by that. But
he wasn't sleeping. He was drunk. Or he's a meth head or something, or crackhead or something. He just laid out on the tracks. That's where you keep warm. You got two rails right there that's doing the sun all day long. And it's warm. It's really warm in between them tracks.
I'll
Who
take
said
it
this? Said that?
elsewhere.
Was that Vincent that said he builds spirit boxes and he talked to his wife?
Yep. That's Vincent. So we'll have to watch.
Huh.
He says he's got quite the collection. So.
Oh. Okay. Hello, Jenny.
Jenny.
Hello, Miss
Yes,
Jenny.
David, when they are buttholes and dingleberries and in life, they might still very well be dingleberries in the afterlife.
Yeah, but he spelled ass. Look, ass. Right there in the afterlife. Ass.
We are side by side.
Oh.
But yeah, my take on it is, what are you calling a dummy?
He can call me a dummy. I don't care.
Yeah,
I've been called a lot worse.
Yeah, me too. Shit, even today.
But yeah, I would say the black-eyed children. Yeah, I feel from what I'm getting is
That's what I want to ask both of y'all too. If y'all ever had read a black eye? I mean, not just aliens in general. Have you ever just sensed an alien presence or anything like that?
Like an extraterrestrial or a celestial, I have, but I've never seen a black-eyed child, and
You need to do that. Look research on that. That is some weird shit with these kids.
Not,
I see it on TV, like the channel, like the Discovery Channel, stuff like that, or whatever it is that I'm watching. I've seen them, but I haven't seen one in person. But but when I see them in my mind, I feel like it's a reunion. They're like it is hybrids of experiments, and also I feel like they're kind of like reconnecting and maybe and looking and studying us, and also kind of reconnecting to possible family members of some sort. But that's my opinion. I mean, who knows? I mean, I could change my mind tomorrow on that one if I have information
I
about
think
it.
they're definitely very like high level powerful if they can manifest themselves as a child, a little kid, and trick you into getting into your house, and they have some kind of mind control, which would lead me to
Right.
think extraterrestrial because of the mind control that they can like glamour you into doing what they want you to do some of the time. Sometimes I've heard of people that have resisted it and they have escaped and like, or they didn't let them come into the house, you know, or the car or whatever, but I feel like they use mind control.
That's interesting. And
Yeah.
you know, and if they were like alien beings and high, you know, from another whatever dimension or whatever, where they're coming from, I would imagine they have such technical abilities to be able to travel like that they would be, if we're talking alien, you know, then yeah, they're going to have all kinds of abilities and you know, technology and stuff. So, but I kind of feel like when you said the black-eyed children, the word hybrid came into my head. So I don't know if you said it, it's still hit in my head saying hybrid. And I'm feeling as if it's coming from above. So that was probably where I'm coming from on my information. Again, I have had my own UFO experience and it was pretty freaking amazing. But yet at the same time, it was kind of like, oh shit, whoa.
You seen a UFO? Oh, that was my first experience. My first and only experience I've ever had was I was acting that way. I was like, shock and awe, you know. It was like I was in shock that I actually saw it, but I was like, yes, I finally got to see a UFO, you know.
Now we're not talking about your ex-wife, right? You're talking about something else.
Actual UFO.
Okay, because every time he says something like that, he's like,
she's a Bigfoot.
that was my ex-wife.
I was going to ask him the other day if she actually had, you know, big feet are all in common. They relate one way or another. So I was going to ask him if he'd been in touch with her or not.
No.
Oh yeah,
keep her off my radar.
She lives in my neck of the woods.
Yes, she does. She's from there.
Rosie, you and Jason are the only people I know that live in Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that you're great representatives of the state.
We're like big feet. We're rare. We're rarity, I guess.
I love Oklahoma, the state. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like what lives there. I mean, one clan of person that lives there.
We're supposed to go there in August at Broken Bow. I'll look for her. You should send me a picture. Let me see. Let me see.
I can find one.
Yeah, I've lost touch with a lot of my Bigfoot friends there, Howard.
I'm like David Childress on that deal. With the
for those of you who don't know, I'm like 6'3" and I wear a size 15 shoe. And I'm bald, so that's why everybody calls me the rare balded Sasquatch.
Hey, Joe.
Like what Joshua said, he said, unless you're electrocuted by the tracks. I'm assuming he's talking about the train tracks.
Hi, Joe.
Linda had a question. I think it's for Onae.
Have I done a review for human-born
alien?
Possibly.
What do you mean human-born alien? You mean someone like, I don't know, from the Philippines or Mexico or somebody like that in the United States? Or do you
no, that reminds me of somebody that I did
don't understand the human-born part. I mean, human-born.
The Australian lady.
Yeah, no, I don't know, Linda. Possibly, I've had Pleiadians come through. So if you know, when I'm giving readings, I'm just reading for people. It goes in and out, and I don't think or remember anything. So if I did, and I didn't write it down or remember it, I wouldn't know. But I don't think so. But you never know. You know, there's all kinds of people out there, and I come across a lot of different kinds of people.
I've only ever had one experience. It was when I was a kid.
I got you.
And my dad, to his dying day, the only thing he ever said about it ever was, huh. And he would not talk about it after that.
Was your dad Clint Eastwood?
No, but he loved the movies. He was a Western guy.
That's funny. That reminds me.
No, we were laying out in my front yard and we were watching the stars. and looking at different constellations and things, and we were watching these little white dots go across the sky. Well, those are satellites. They travel really fast across the sky.
Mhm.
Not like meteor fast, but they just, you just see them and they go up and they go across the horizon, from horizon to horizon, fairly quickly. And we see another one that comes up from the south, which our house faced south, and it's red. And I said, Dad, look, that one's red colored. And he goes, oh, that's weird, And it got right above us at about 12, about 12 o'clock straight up, and stopped dead. From that same speed as the satellite would be traveling, it just stopped. And then it shot off straight east. It turned 90 degrees and took back off. And anybody that knows anything about outer space knows that that's not really possible with the technology that we have. So that's the
that
only
we
alien
know
travel.
that we have.
Exactly. That we know about.
That we know that's been released, that we have, information that we have.
Cheers to that.
Here's a question for both the psychic women here. Me, I can tell you, I don't have no psychic abilities whatsoever. I don't believe I do. But if you were to, let's say, if you're at night when you're sleeping in your dreams, I know that a lot of it's deja vu or a deja vu. But would you ever receive a dream that's more like a premonition? That I'm saying this because I've had dreams where I've dreamt something and it actually came true months in advance. Months later it would come true. So I mean, I don't know would that would be some type of a psychic ability, or
I'm gonna let her answer first because I have several theories
Okay.
on that.
So I will answer. And yes, I feel that is one way of having the abilities, because I know that I wake up with dreams, and when I wake up with a dream, and it might be a little abstract, but then I'll wake up with a knowing or feeling or urge that I have to call somebody and tell them about this dream and what I dreamt. And when I do, it pertains to everything that they're going through at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's predictions and warnings and things like that. I mean, I saved a woman from buying a house that was, had mold in it, hidden mold, and that they weren't going to inspect that part of the house. And so, and I didn't even know she was, buying a house. So I barely knew the woman, but I dreamt about her, and I felt like, oh, I have to call this woman and tell her this. And so, and it came in an abstract way, but yes, I feel those are ways of spirit kind of helping us, use our abilities or our higher selves, or whatever you want to call it, whatever resonates with you. As far as, getting messages. Yes, I feel that is an ability. Yes. And it's one of the first ones I feel that gives you clarity and a knowing. You just wake up and have a knowing, and it's a gentler way of doing it and easing you into it.
I don't want to be eased into it though.
I also feel like it can be someone connecting with you psychically too sometimes.
Yes.
Like if you're having different scenarios from different time eras of a person, and they show up in all of these different time eras with you. You knew them before in past lives. You're going to meet them again if you haven't yet, and you're remembering them from past lives. And then when you see them, you're going to feel this weird, like this
Connection.
Just instant, dangerously instant connection, and it's like soul life or soul past soulmate and past like twin flame and all that stuff recognition. And then sometimes I feel like in your dreams, when you're having those different dreams, mine are different, like kind of what she said, but mine are feelings. And I will have a dream, and in my dream I'm having some weird feeling, and I will know automatically. It's like my friend Mary is awake and she's having something going on and it's wrong, like something's going wrong with her, and I will wake up and call her, and she'll be up having a panic attack or crying or sick or something like that, and stressed out or worried, or had seen a shadow figure in her house or something like that. So mine are like not like long drawn out scenarios. Like hers is like a full, like the story. Mine is more like I'm feeling somebody and they're sending a signal and it's reaching me, and I'm waking up and
Mhm.
knowing like something's trying to wake me up to help that person, I guess.
No, mine are pretty vivid.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Tell us.
persons. They're people I've might have known in the past, or but it's just say like I'm going to. I give you a general one.
No
I'm
nudity.
going. No. Oh shit!
Easy.
That didn't cut it down to just.
Get to the other
That's it.
What?
Blink.
No.
He had a
That-
feeling.
That
No,
one,
it's
no, that one had
It's like
nudity.
maybe I'm walking into a grocery store, or I don't want to get too specific on any of them,
Mhm.
but it's like walking in, or just walking down the street, or being at a place at a certain place at a certain time, and I see people that were the same exact situation and the same exact words were said and the same everything. It's like I've seen this before.
Yeah,
I've
like
been
a
here before.
precognitive.
Right.
Yeah, psychic
Precognitive.
dream. Yeah. That would be kind of like what Onae said.
I mean, exact. So, I mean, it's everything. I could tell you what they're going to be wearing. I could tell you what they're going to say.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a couple. There's 2 different people that are Facebook user, I think. Because there
It
were
says
like
you're like me,
several
Howard,
others.
clairvoyant. So whoever this is, please let us know who you are.
See, I know somebody that had an experience
Like
like
it,
that told me they did, but I don't know if that's them or not. It might be somebody else that just
I
had
had a
experience.
dream shortly. I had a dream shortly after my dad died that my dad used to wake me up to go hunting by pulling my toes.
Mm-hmm.
He would like pop our toes and say, "Get up, get up."
Ooh.
It was just the way he did. He would stand at the foot of our bed and just pull our toes up, and we'd
Yeah.
wake up. And I had a dream that my dad was standing at the end of the bed pulling on my toes
Mm-hmm.
and telling me to get up. And then I felt a sharp pain in my foot. And when I woke up, the cat was attacking my foot.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kicked real quick. I kind of frightened me. I kind of got scared. And it was so funny because it was pretty soon after my dad had passed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's just my dad's way of playing a joke on me.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of guy he was. He was always, he
You
was the
are
kind of guy that
going
would
to
come up and be like, he'd take a knuckle and be like, am I boring you? Am I picking on you? It was just
Maybe he
kind of
was
his
using
way.
the cat to he was using the cat.
It may have been. Maybe he was trying to communicate with me or something like that. But it just seemed like he would have just laughed so hard at that. That would have just been the funniest thing to him to hear that. So, but I actually had a question off you guys, and I don't know how well you guys can do it over this or not. But I wondered if any of you would ever, if you could pick anything up off that clock that's behind me. It's an old chime clock, and the reason I ask is every once in a while, and it's happened ever since my grandmother died. When my grandmother died, we never could find the winding key for it.
Your dad?
It's my
Okay,
dad's
I'll
mom.
take this one. Let y'all take
Your dad.
I'll take this one. It's a clock.
But that clock,
on
the pendulum on it, every once in a while will swing, and every once in a while it will chime.
But your
And it
dad
hasn't-
passed away, right?
And what
Yeah.
time does it chime at?
The time doesn't move. It chimes at the half hour, and it chimes at the top of every hour.
Would it be your dad
Well,
then?
if it was wound and it was going.
Mm-hmm.
But it hasn't been wound in years.
But like, what
I'm
is the
talking since
time?
95.
What is the time when it does that? Pay attention to that because that's going to have some clues there for you also.
Normally it happens at night, but it's happened in the middle of the day even. We were at when my parents had it in their house, it was my dad's mom's clock. And when my parents had it in their house, it would happen like on Christmas Eve in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
When the family was all together, it would just chime.
That's a good question. Jenny wants to know what was
right there. You're getting
would it
your
be-
answer. Your answering your own question right there.
Yeah.
Who it is?
Mhm.
It's definitely family. It's
Mhm.
five relatives in particular. At least that's what I'm getting, the number 5. So, and it happens to be when they want your attention and something, and it's significant towards the reason why when it goes off, it's significant towards something in particular that you're supposed to kind of connect with. So,
Yeah.
you know, my phones do the weirdest things when I'm doing Facebook Lives. I swear. Am I right? Did I say it wrong?
If you
What am
write
I-
it down, it might even be like a repetitive number too sometimes.
Okay.
And if you look up that number, it actually like if you look up spirit numbers or angel numbers, I don't know like what kind of numerology
That's two
she's
good
into.
questions right there. One's from Jenny, and she's saying, would it be a certain time and day? And then the Facebook user comes in and says, would it be the time when your dad passed?
I don't know who that is. Who
I'm
are
not
you, Facebook
sure.
user?
It hasn't chimed. I will say it hasn't chimed since it's been in my house. It's only been in my house for a few months, but I have noticed the pendulum moving occasionally.
I don't think it's when he passed away. I think it has something else that he wants you to know. Not the time he
Yeah.
passed
Get up.
away.
That's what he wants you to know. Get up.
Mine-
Don't wash your feet. Damn. You want me to pull these toes?
I'm telling you,
Like
my
maybe
dad
an
was
old
a
house,
TV guy.
maybe an old address, or maybe like a combination lock number or something kind of random. I don't think it was when he passed away.
Oh Lord, my dad.
That's it might be your grandma.
Okay, so when my dad passed, that's kind of funny you said that, because when my dad passed, we could not find any of his passwords for anything.
Yeah.
We couldn't get the combination to the safe. We couldn't find it.
I don't know.
And
it just
that's
popped
where
in my
all of their life insurance policies were.
Nicola.
So I ended up having to take a wedge axe and a sledgehammer and bust their
gosh.
little personal fireproof safe open to get to all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why that just popped in my mind. Like I just felt like combination.
Yeah, it's
of
really funny that
something,
you say that. But yeah,
password,
it would make
confusing.
sense because it has chimed at different times when we've had family events and things. And yeah, I don't know. I think my dad was a man of few words when it came to certain things. So there's probably more than one thing that he would want to say to me.
Mm-hmm. And how else would he tell you unless he just came straight to you like in a dream or when you're awake and it was an apparition and told you, you know what I mean? Like there's something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like.
That's a good. Anita has a good one.
That is a good.
Yeah,
That is
she
a
does. Mm-hmm.
I like
she's gonna
that
toss it.
And Linda too. Linda's.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is good.
I posted that.
Yeah, definitely. Pay attention to what's going on, what you're doing, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing at the time of the chime.
Okay.
And if you're waking up to it in the middle of the night, who are you thinking of when you first wake up? Like, oh, what?
Mhm.
Like maybe someone was there. So, because I had an alarm go off, one of those fire alarms, and the battery was brand new, and the fire alarm went off just a little bit, just enough to wake me up. And my first thought was, "What do you want, Grandma?" And so then I realized Grandma wasn't there.
See,
You could try doing that. He could say, "Dad, is that you?"
Mm-hmm.
And see if anything repeats.
And by the way, I hated this clock as a kid when it was in my grandma's house because it would tick all night long and then it would chime every half hour and then it chimed the number of hours. So if it was 3 a.m, it would chime 3 times and I could just hear it all night long when I would stay there.
But see what Anita says there, this is what gets me, is the bell ring is often used to dispense of negativity and clear the ritual air. It could be family trying to clear the grouchy emotions or lighten up depressing vibes. Now, ringing a bell is not going to work in Tim's house. Tim needs to make a proper beignet, and that will just all the anger and dissipation, it would all just dispense in midair. I mean, just frying up them little succulent little pieces of dough and getting the right amount of powdered sugar on that thing would make everything so much better in that house.
He's talking about my wife. She loves beignet.
Maybe
She
they're
loves them
telling
so
you to
much,
get one of
Howard. She's
those.
actually thought about opening up a beignet shop up here.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because we have nothing like that around here. So,
You probably get in touch with the corporate office, one of the big corporate offices down here.
yeah.
And you got Morning Call and you got Cafe Du Monde. Probably Cafe Du Monde. And they have a lot of franchises. You might be able to franchise one up there.
That'd be awesome.
Y'all would make a fortune up there. Let's see. That's a long one here, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Vincent. Ooh, that's interesting.
Very detailed. I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm reading a book. I'm like kind of getting sucked in. I'm like, wait,
Definitely, Vincent. That's definitely interesting, and yeah, I feel like that you could have been like pulling in somebody's story, or maybe you had a previous life like that, and you were just your soul was remembering and
Not in Huntington, Jeremy. I wouldn't fly in Huntington. Huntington's too small. That is interesting. I've sorry, I'm reading a comment.
It could be all of those, actually. I mean, it could be all of what everyone's actually saying because it happens multiple times, right? Repeatedly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and I've actually said to that clock, okay, Grandma. I've actually said that because it was her clock. That was her favorite thing on one of her
Grandma,
favorite
shut it down now. Tell him to go away.
I'm trying to sleep, Grandma. Brooklyn. Love Brooklyn.
You can totally tell by the accent.
You gotta have him on your
accent, huh? You talked to him physically?
He had a Facebook live going on, or not. Well, he had a live going on, and he was sitting outside in his front yard, and you could tell it was back east because it actually had grass and trees and the squirrels, and he was feeding his squirrels, and they were so cute. They were trying to come up on the bench with him.
Well, to feed the squirrels around here a little bit of poison. Suckers, man, they get everything. They chew the wires. They chew everything. I had little cherry tomatoes on the porch. They ate them. I mean, literally, I had to chase. I hit them with a broom. They just wouldn't run. They brave up to you. They like, look what I got. Cherry tomatoes grow in clusters. They'll take a whole cluster with them and then just sit there and hold it in front of you.
I used to, when I was in Wisconsin, I would make the kids their lunch, and I would like cut up apples and stuff, and I'd give them the apple cores. They'd sit in my by my sliding glass door on my porch and line up and wait for me to give them their daily snacks, their daily morning snacks, which would be apple cores and almonds and whatever else I was, kind of giving them.
Are you saying squirrels?
They really love Brazil nuts.
Squirrels? What?
Are you talking about squirrels?
He lives in Colorado since 1995. He's from Brooklyn, but he's lived in Colorado. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard you had grass and trees.
There's plenty of grass and trees in Colorado. Yeah. Last year when Chris and I were in Brown County, I was feeding squirrels. I bought a bag of mixed nuts. And I was feeding them Brazil nuts. They really love the Brazil nuts.
I talked to squirrels.
I grew up with a different name.
Throwing that out there.
Yeah, we won't go there. I did too.
I'm not from Wisconsin. I'm actually from New England area originally. I was born in Connecticut, and I lived back and forth from Connecticut to New York. And then I bounced around to Maine and Pennsylvania and Massachusetts and New Hampshire. And so, but mostly Connecticut and New York, Mayapack. So, but then I flew and moved to Arizona for a while. And then I moved to Wisconsin for about 8 years. Couldn't stand the winters, love the people, and then flew back, done with the winters, and flew back to Arizona and live here now. And
Northern Wisconsin or Southern Wisconsin?
Eau Claire. So it's kind of like an hour away from the cities, the Twin Cities.
I got you.
Yeah.
I was like way up north in Wisconsin where you get up close to Canada.
Oh, yeah. I've
I
been
love
there.
what
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Been there. But
I always try to imitate the accent a little bit. I'm like, up there in the land of that good tapioca pudding, don't you know? Like that tapioca pudding.
I thought you were going Bill Cosby for a second. I was like, no, not today.
No. Tapioca. I just always loved hearing him say
In
that.
the kiddo pudding. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Well, I had a roommate in college. I had a roommate in college that was from way up north in Wisconsin, and he would always talk about tapioca pudding and the cheese. Don't you know? Don't you know, eh?
Wisconsin, yeah.
Oh yeah, what is that movie, Howard? Because Renee, she was in it. Where they like talked to like people like that. They were up there in, I don't know if it was Minnesota or Wisconsin, and she was from Florida.
Oh, I don't know.
It was one of Renee's. She was Renee Zellweger. It was one of her movies, and that's where
How
they.
old was it? Was it
Oh,
old?
I know which one you're talking about.
Like her
I know
younger
which one-
days?
Yeah, and that's where I heard all the different accents and words like that. I was like, what the heck? And I thought they were just like making fun, but apparently they really do talk like that. It's pretty.
I love it. I love it.
Fargo? No, she wasn't in Fargo. I know she's done so many freaking movies. All of Bridget Jones's Diary. She's done. Oh God, she just did what? Judy Garland's story. She did. God.
Oh,
what's his
I
name?
can't remember the guy that was Matthew McConaughey in that with her? Was he the guy in that? Maybe it wasn't him. I just remember he takes her out like hunting and he tells her to wear something hot and she wears like net under her snowsuit to go hunting in that movie that you're talking about. And she wears like negligee underneath it. And then she has to go to the bathroom and she can't get out of her stuff to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Forget
It's
about
not
it.
Matthew McConaughey. It is that country singer, that cute guy. What is his name?
Is it the one that Nicole Kidman's married to? Yeah.
No.
Somebody else.
Billy Nelson.
Kevin
No.
Costner? Kevin Costner?
No.
Not Kevin Costner.
It was like Josh Turner, one of those guys. It was
No.
it was from like the late 90s.
Fudgesicles.
No.
What is his
Kenny
name?
Chesney.
No, not Kenny
No.
Oh my gosh. Like,
Yeah, I'm about ready to Google.
George Strait.
guy who played
George Strait played in a bunch of movies.
in movie with Renee.
Guy who played. Well, there's a bunch of guys that played in.
I was gonna say, good luck with that.
Been in a lot of movies.
Brandon Lee, no.
She did one with what's his name?
No, Jason Lee. I thought she was talking about Mallrats.
Cinderella Man. She done Cinderella Man. She's done. God, she's been with Jim Carrey and Me, Myself, and Irene. She's done so
I
many.
love that
freaking movies.
movie.
In what movie did Renee Zellweger play a Southern woman who had
Country singer who played in a movie with Renee Zellweger.
There you go.
Anybody else know who I'm talking about?
There it is. That's an accent.
Did you say Willie Nelson?
No, not Willie Nelson. He said Willie Nelson. This one up here. He said
In
Willie
what
Nelson.
movie did Renee Zellweger play a Floridian
I love
who had
Willie
moved
Nelson.
to Upper Wisconsin or Minnesota to help take over a factory?
Josh. I think his name is Josh, right? Am I getting close?
Josh Rowland? No.
She was in a movie with Kenny Chesney.
Renee Zellweger movie list.
Everybody's Googling it. That's what Jenny's saying. She's even Googling this shit.
Kenny Chesney was in a movie with her.
Jude Law.
Brad Paisley. It's Brad Paisley.
No, it's not Brad Paisley.
Oh, well, he's cute.
No, that would be a good one though. Oh my gosh. No, it's not Tim McGraw either. Oh my gosh.
Someone just said Jude Law and Cold Mountain.
No, it wasn't Cold Mountain.
Okay, Josh. Maybe not Josh. We'll just take Josh's name out. So,
So were they
Don't-
romantically involved in this movie?
all right. Movies. Renee.
This is it right here. It's called New in Town.
Somebody said that.
Terry
Yeah.
Conn Jr. is not a country singer, though.
Pepe Le Pew said it. New in town.
Yeah, that's the name of it. New in Town. Cast of New in Town.
Harry Connick Jr.
That's it. Okay, so
Yeah.
it wasn't Josh. I was close. He's really cute.
He's a country
Yes.
singer?
New Orleans boy.
Or is he a country singer in the
He's
movie?
a jazz singer.
Okay, because I was like, he is not a country singer.
No, he's a pianist. Actually, he's a pianist.
No, he doesn't sing country. He does jazz. He does like piano type jazz music. And he's a very good singer.
God, he's so cute. Oh my God. Do you see this face?
Yeah.
I don't remember what he looks like. I mean, I do, but I
Oh,
kind
he
of
looks
vaguely.
like that. He's gorgeous.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was good. You just like his lips and his eyes.
I'm just saying, I'm not gay, but if I were,
General area. That's what she's saying. He likes this general area.
I think Brad
Oh.
Paisley is cuter.
oh,
He raises a horn. In victory. Skull.
oh my. Yeah, if I'm not gay, but if I were, I'd want a man that looked like that and
Yeah, I mean, look at him.
like
He's
Sean
gorgeous.
Connery
Bananas.
or Sam Elliott.
God. And here's like even a sexier one. Look at that. Oh my God. So sexy.
I don't know why. He
Right.
looks like kind of like Bret Michaels or something.
Brett Michaels?
She's like, no.
Maybe a little more like George Michael. He's
George
got the
Michael.
hair
George
and the,
Michaels.
Oh,
I'm
No,
jealous of
no.
any guy that's got hair. So
I love it when he's like acting and he's like sweaty and chopping wood and stuff. Or is that my fantasy?
I like that. I didn't know that. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But I like the lumberjack thing. Lumberjacks are cool. Yeah.
You know he got killed off on Independence Day, right?
What?
Yeah.
yeah, he dies at the beginning of Independence Day.
I like
Why
any
would
Sandra
you?
Bullock movie, Chrissy.
Greg.
I bet I heard a cat meow in the background somewhere, or a
Oh,
kid
wow.
yelling.
No, it was probably my niece. My niece is staying with us. My mother-in-law normally watches them for my
Oh,
sister-in-law.
Floats.
Notes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good
I
one.
love that movie.
But my mother-in-law is very ill and she's in the hospital. So remember her. And but at any rate, we have my niece this week for my sister-in-law, and she's a wild one. She learned two nerds yesterday, nerd and dork.
I love it.
Did you
Was
run
she
around
talking
calling
to
it?
you? Was she talking to you? No.
Oh yes, yeah. It was the first thing she said to me when I got home from work yesterday was nerd. She comes running up to me, nerd. I said,
Funny.
dork. So then she learned dork.
I like when Joshua said, I love a hot lumberjack.
Hey,
Yeah.
who doesn't?
Joshua, me too.
He likes to buy them brawny towels.
And I'm sorry, but for his age, Sam Elliott, yeah.
Oh, Sam Elliott's awesome.
Sam Elliott. Oh my God. No matter what
Yes.
age.
Yeah.
No matter
He's
what age.
amazing.
It's just like Sean Connery. They age, and the more they age,
He's
the
got
better
that thing right now. Paramount Plot. Right now he's playing a cowboy in show on Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean
I've been
Connery?
planning on watching that.
1883.
I know, isn't that the greatest show because he's in it?
Sam
I
Elliott
haven't
is a
seen it
different
yet,
guy.
but I'm gonna watch it. Don't tell me anything. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my gosh. No, that's the man.
This is the greatest show because he's in it. That's it.
Well, I loved it in the
He's in
ranch.
it.
He was hilarious in the ranch. I loved
I
his
have not
character in the
seen
ranch.
that.
I love it right there. That's a good one.
We
The
just turned
demigod.
this into Hey Boo, didn't we, Onae?
I'm telling you, he is awesome. Yeah, the ranch. I
Girl,
love
go
him
get
in
your
the ranch.
nails did and watch some Harry Connick Jr. movies.
I'm trying to think of the name of the movie now. But yeah, we somehow we got on the subject of movies. How do we get on this, people?
I don't know. I like when we show a movie called When We Were Soldiers.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
that's a
that's
good
such a
one.
good
With Mel
movie.
Gibson.
Oh yes,
That
Yeah.
that
one.
is such a good movie. I saw it in theaters when it first came
Who's in
out.
it?
We Were Soldiers.
Mel Gibson, Sam
Mel Gibson.
Elliott.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a great movie. It's a great
Mel
movie.
Gibson.
I know
Okay,
it's
Mel
great.
Gibson.
Mel Gibson is just.
Like when he walks past and says, "Good morning, Staff Sergeant," and he says, "What are you, goddamn weatherman?"
I mean, one of my favorite movies will always be Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
Just when Robin Williams riddles off all of those abbreviations, all those military abbreviations, and he just keeps going. I'm just sitting there going, yep.
Robin Williams is in it, but Robin Williams didn't have the sex appeal that Harry Connick Jr. has. And
No, he wasn't a sexy appeal, but humor in itself can be sexy. A guy with a great sense of humor.
Oh, that face was going, and all of a sudden it just went dead cold.
I love to laugh. Don't get me wrong. I love to laugh, but
you can have the best looking guy in the world, but if he's an asshole, he's an asshole.
Yeah. But it's not the same. I don't know them. They're not supposed to. I'm not supposed to know them. I'm only supposed to they're just supposed to act and that's their job and shut their mouths. That's it.
Fantasize them and worship them from a
mental image. We'll leave it at that.
Good Lord.
So we're not talking about pigs tonight, but isn't this interesting show? I mean, hey, we're even getting Harry Connick Jr. on here, Sam Elliott. It's pretty cool.
We went from all parts of history. We talked about aliens. We did a whole bunch of stuff.
Who sang that song, Do the Humpty Hump? I don't know why it just popped in my head.
Oh my God, yeah. The guy with the golden schnoz.
You're talking about All Around the World, and they do this other song called All Around the World, same song.
Right.
The same people. Is it Run DMC?
No.
It wasn't them. It was
No.
His name was Humpty.
Mr. Humpty. Yeah. And then they sing All Around the World, same song. I think it's the same people, and y'all are talking about that, and it just popped in my mind. Do the
They were in a movie with who was it? It was Demi Moore played in it with who else was in it? And Dan Aykroyd was the judge or something. And they went through that town.
Trouble?
Yeah.
That's a good movie. Yes, they were in that movie, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
The Humpty dude?
Yep. They sang a song in the courtroom.
Oh my God.
We're musicians. Because you had Dan Aykroyd had a dick for a nose. You remember?
Oh my! Yeah, he looked terrible in that movie. He looked so
Looked rough.
scary. Oh, like a Tales from the Crypt episode.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Crypt Keeper.
That was a
That was
funny
a good
movie.
movie, though. It was a cool movie.
Nothing but trouble. I think that was the name of it.
Nothing but trouble. Okay, I was thinking. John Candy. Was John Candy?
John Candy. John
I
Candy.
love John Candy. John Candy was so funny. Man, he was funny.
He was one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, he was great. Gosh, I grew up watching him.
His last movie, Wagons East, is hilarious. It's probably my favorite movie he ever did. Because it's kind of an old Western. It's an old Western type movie. And it's a bunch of people who moved out west that want to go back east.
Yep.
And they're trying to stop them to going east.
Digital Underground. Chrissy
Yeah. And it is just so funny.
This sounds like a parakeet.
It's my niece.
The
She's
little
back
person
there.
voice. The little person voice.
Yeah, she's back in the bedroom with Crystal, and the kids are all in there with them, and so she's in there yelling at them and talking to them.
Oh.
Yeah,
She's
she loves,
enjoying that. She ain't got no little ones anymore. She's probably enjoying that.
yeah, well, yes, but it takes its toll on us.
Yeah.
A lot of people are learning a lot of things about Onae right now.
There's a reason.
That she likes Harry Connick Jr. and
Fantasies include Harry Connick Jr. She likes horns. She likes holding them up and saying skull.
That's right.
She's a food sayer.
Who doesn't? Crystal actually thought about getting me a drinking horn for Christmas,
yeah, I mean neat.
like a personalized.
You know what? There's a few sites that have them that are like, I would shop around before you just settle on one, because there's so many different kinds out there. There's kinds that have like the big twirly, swirly horns, like these big. There's kinds that have just like a small like horn that you can just kind of like sit on it. It's like a flat thing, so you can just sit on the table. And there's kinds that have like this, the regular horn that just has a strap for it. And then there's some that have like an actual stand for it. So there's all kinds out there. I've looked at them. I love them.
The one that she was going to get me is personalized,
Mm-hmm.
and it was one that had the stand, so you could set it down.
That's nice, yeah. And because you need to, because you can't keep walking around the house with it, you know. I mean, I guess you could, you know.
You can go with a modern horn.
What?
You can go with a modern horn, a modern one, which is a funnel with a plastic tube that comes down on it and hold it like that.
Beer funnel.
Yeah.
That's the modern one.
Beer
Oh,
bomb.
okay. Yeah. I used to have one of those.
Used to.
We made a 3-floor one in college.
I don't know where it went. I do not know. But I will
It
tell you.
was 3 floors high.
Oh my gosh. Who held it up that far?
Well, we would go on the roof,
Yeah.
and somebody would be down on the ground, and then we made the tubing black so that way you couldn't see when it was coming out. So it was just, you just had to sit there all the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's betrayal.
Hey, Nick.
Hazing. What are you going to do?
That's crazy. That's a lot of room for you gotta wait.
I went to college with a guy that could take a 5th of whiskey in that thing all at once.
Oh my goodness. Afterwards? And afterwards?
I wouldn't have been standing, but he'd just walk away like it was nothing. No.
Where was he from? What country?
He was actually from here, from Indiana.
I was thinking of Scottish or Irish, probably.
No. He was from Indiana.
Nick of the corn.
I love it.
Corn on the cob.
Every year around this time of year, I will say hi to Crystal. Every year around this time of year, I love to tell the story of Linsky. Linsky lived right down the hall from me in my very first college dorm, and he was from Puerto Rico, and he had never seen snow before. And he was very ill-prepared for an Indiana winter.
Oh my gosh. You said Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
When winter came here in Indiana, we all chipped in and went out and got him a coat and gloves and hat and scarf. I just remember waking up the first day, we got a lot of snow, and it was really cold that winter because we had Arctic winds come down from the north. It was the winter of 96. And Linsky, I hear screaming coming from down the hall, and I run down the hallway and burst through his door, and he's standing there with the window open just screaming because there's snow everywhere and it's freezing cold, and he doesn't understand what's happened.
What's going on?
Yeah, it was really funny.
I'm from Louisiana. I understand when snow falls. I mean, come on.
It was a completely foreign concept to him.
Yeah. I had a friend from Puerto Rico. He was Puerto Rico. He didn't even speak he wasn't like, hey, Tim. He wasn't living in the United States very long. He was in the Air Force, and he was from Puerto Rico, and his last name was Ferrer. And he just talked like that. That's everything he said. He was like, huh?
Say it again.
Ferrer. Like a Ferrari. Ferrer. That was his last name. Yeah, I can't remember his first name because on his
Somebody-
uniform it said Ferrer. I didn't say the first name. He was funny. I just like to listen to people talk when they're,
That's scary, man. It sounds like you're trying to say fur, and then all of a sudden somebody jams a thumb up your ass.
It sounds like a growling. I think, or a cat.
Howard.
It's like a cat meowing in a really awkward
I'm
situation.
just speaking the truth.
Howard.
It's true.
I want to say hi to my buddy Nick. I caught the very end of his show. I'm trying to catch it. Next week, I'll catch the whole show. I'll do my best. Today was a very busy day for me. It's the only day I have off this week. So I had to, but I had to get up early and take my nephew to school.
Right, Chrissy, right? See, at least it was just a thumb.
Don't encourage him. Listen, Chrissy.
That's the unholy trinity.
Ain't you learned that you don't encourage the Howard?
No.
You're done. Try to wrap it up quickly.
There's been several things.
It's the 51st state, Joshua.
Oh, she had a husband from Guam. Oh,
Yeah,
how
husband from
funny.
what?
What Anita said. It's funny. Sesame Street was somewhere in Chicago. That's so funny.
That is.
I don't know. Where is Sesame Street? Is it New York?
New York.
Is it New York?
Yep.
I mean, obviously it's not real. It's probably like a fake prop.
Yeah, it is.
But it looks like New York.
Yeah, I Sesame Street was still is a beloved children's.
Hey, we be watching it
Legacy.
a lot right now.
Nick, didn't you talk about Dakota today?
It was a really good show. Yeah, he talked about the Dakota.
Yeah,
I got a grandson named Dakota.
yeah. That's what I thought you were asking about. I was like, who, me, him? Who talked about him?
No, Nick, he had a good show. I just caught the very end of it though. I wish I'd have seen the whole thing. I can't wait till next week. Hopefully, I won't be as busy as I was today.
Yeah, good show right now. Hell,
Absolutely. And I'm sorry to put you on the spot earlier about the clock. I've always wondered about it. So
Don't worry. I'm currently making a voodoo doll right now in your likeness.
oh, Lord.
She's doing it with her toes underneath the
I
table.
guarantee
even.
you it's not the first one out there.
She's like, I have many talents. I didn't tell you about that one.
Ask Howard when we went to Voodoo Authentica in New Orleans. Crystal's like, oh, I want that voodoo doll. And I'm like, no, you don't, because I know it's going to be me that feels it.
They bring it into that back room and that side room and the first, when you walk into the front door, that room to the where they do all the where they have all the herbs and stuff like that in there, and there's a bean curtain or something that is a bead curtain. They go in that little room right there, and that's where they actually do all the incantations and readings and stuff like that.
Yeah, we love the Voodoo Authentica. We love New Orleans and the oddity shop, the oddity store.
That was some weird shit in that place, wasn't it?
I like that place though,
I
Howard.
love oddity shops. So, were you talking about the underground S&M oddity shop or the regular oddity shop?
The regular oddity shop
Okay,
with
'cause there's
They had like mummified
we got
rats,
the really, really weird stuff.
rats and
Shrunken heads.
stuff in jars with formaldehyde.
I love
and,
stuff like that. I love it.
some weird shit in that place. All kind of weird furniture. I
Yeah,
don't know.
scientist lab.
It might as well been. There's some weird shit there. Yeah, well, yeah, I scared the shit out of me in that place. I didn't like it. I tried to stay out of it. It just
I love
washed
the-
in.
You remember Crystal talking for a really long time to the lady behind the counter.
What is it you love, Onae?
Mhm. Oh, the little tiny voodoo dolls that you put in water and then they grow.
Oh, yeah. And they get mushy? Yeah.
And then you can
You
stick
eat
it.
them?
No, you don't eat them. You
You know,
didn't say
whatever
you
you
eat
do to
them.
that, it comes back to you, right?
You poke him with your pins.
You know, what you do about that, when you do that, it comes back to you threefold.
If you throw a mustache on a voodoo doll, does the person grow a mustache? That'd be cool, especially if it was a girl.
Actually, I don't, because I won't take it out of the little package because it's so cute. So, but it's good to pretend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And imagine. Have a great imagination.
Manifesting.
Nick's talking about Howard's nickname tonight, the Water Boy, the Cajun Water Boy.
Yeah. Well, I figured if it has aquatic entity demonologist, it must be known as the water boy.
I was thinking of the movie, The
That's
Water
it,
Boy.
man. Yeah.
Bobby Boucher.
Hey, Josh put a comment up there. He's advertising a new page he just made.
Okay.
Chia Pet.
Chia Pet. Just add water, spread the seeds on them, watch the magic grow.
Bob Ross. Bob Ross Chia Pet.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen one of those where his hair goes whoop?
Yeah. I love watching Bob Ross. Bob Ross was like the most zen person on the face of the planet.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what his past was? Like his history?
Bored the piss out of me. Nobody else got bored?
Have you read about his history though?
No, I just don't see. Oh, let's put happy trees here. Happy trees.
And that used to mellow me out.
Oh my god!
This is what I'm saying.
You, like read his
He was
history.
just so zen
Be
and calm.
surprised. Yeah. Look at his history.
I attempted a Bob Ross painting once.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a painter, but I love art. I do love art. So.
Now get him on there, Bob. It's Bob Villa, right? No, not that. That's this old house. What's his name? Bob. What was his last name?
Barker. Bob Barker.
No,
Bob Newhart.
The guy used
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Rush. Yeah, right. Yeah, him too.
Milli Vanilli. No,
Now change him out and put in Samuel Jackson.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh, that would be some crazy.
Put an MF tree right here.
Yeah, and he'd be like, you just throw it on there.
You put that tree, you're going to put it right
Pretend
there.
It's your ex-wife. Pretend it's your son-in-law.
No. There's going to be no. And maybe there's a happy little bush that lives right here. No, you put the MF bush right there.
I was getting too into character there. I love Samuel Jackson. I can just see him being like, you done made my daughter cry? No.
No, Bob Ross always used to say in the show, there's no right or wrong way to do this. I found out there is a right or wrong way to do it.
Not the Tim way.
No, my painting looks horrible. My daughter is an excellent painter, and I wanted to start painting to do something with her, and found out that I just don't have the patience or the time or the ability to paint with her.
Yeah, but it only takes him, what, 30 minutes? He's got a full freaking painting of a house in the woods, a cabin in the woods. Yeah. That's what he's got. I got the cabin in the woods.
And the nice part is you can actually go back and watch a lot of those episodes on YouTube for free. So, you can actually like do it in your home and stuff. I'm just not good at it. I actually have the painting. I can go get it.
Well, that's why right now he's such a big success.
You gotta go get it.
Yeah, go get it.
I gotta see.
But that's why Bob Ross has got such a great comeback, because now you have your stoners and everything that's watching, these videos, because it's like.
Okay, so he was in the U.S. Air Force for 20 years. I'm assuming he retired as a master sergeant, and then he was that chill painting. So that was kind of his own therapy. Think about it.
Okay,
this is master sergeant.
This is my horrible attempt at painting a Bob Ross painting.
That's not that bad. That's actually
birds,
pretty.
Man, with the birds.
And don't look like no Bob Ross, but it still looks nice.
Look at your happy trees. There they are.
Yeah. No birds. There's no birds. And there's no cabin in the woods.
You forgot the birds.
And the cabin in the woods. And
there's no birds, no cabin, no wildlife, no river, just some mountains and a little, I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be. And a pink sunset.
You need to put some birds in there or something.
Just a field and some trees and some mountains in the background.
Nick's pissed off because he said there's no corn.
No, and there's no corn.
Don't worry, Nick. It's in the background behind that pine tree. Just imagine it there.
Yeah, yeah. But that's my horrible attempt at a Bob Ross painting.
It's not that terrible. It's not that bad.
Look better than what I would paint.
I tell you, my daughters looked amazing compared to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
It
she's
was-
a natural.
She's very artistic. Crystal is
Yeah.
very artistic. Crystal can draw about anything, and so can
Did we?
Michaela. Michaela does amazing
He said
artwork.
he's
Howard
about
has a
to-
picture of Michaela's artwork.
I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she drew Howard an aquatic entity picture and cut it out for him. So
Still have it. Stuff like that.
His
Yep.
frog died of cancer.
Something that somebody, you can buy me all kind of stuff and I'll throw my nose at it, but if you make me something, I treasure that more than anything.
yeah, I'm like that too. Crystal makes all kinds of cool stuff.
Did you hear, Tim? I think you were gone. He was in the U.S. Air Force for 20 years, and I'm assuming he retired as a master sergeant.
Yeah,
And then was that chill painting.
yeah,
So I said that was like his own therapy right there.
yeah. It really was for him, I believe, and he was just so zen and so at
Yeah.
peace and so calm.
I can't remember what his job was though, but he had some kind of really like a security level job. What was it?
It's a Prudential commercial, Linda.
Oh my gosh.
with that one mountain, it's just a Prudential commercial. I'm gonna get sued now.
I haven't heard about that in a long time.
I look at that picture and I think of toilet paper. I do. You could sell actual rolls of toilet paper with that.
Paint it.
Refreshing. No, it's just refreshing. Just think about it. Just refreshing next fight. Good fabric.
Wipe your rear end with a Tim
Nice
Kohler
and
painting.
soft. Yeah, no. You could probably put them on each little brick. Each little section of toilet paper. Put a
Each little
different,
square.
yeah. Put a different painting on each one.
Lord. But yeah, I like to try to branch out and try new things and do different things, and that was just something I tried with her and found out I'm not very talented at it.
Onae, what's going on? You're holding your back. What's the matter? Your back's hurting you?
Oh, no, I'm good.
She's probably tired. She looks
She's probably
like she has
tired of
that
being in
tired
that
look on her
corset.
face. Well, I can kind of tell because her not to sound bad because it doesn't look bad, but her eyes start to get smaller when she gets tired, and I can just tell she's tired. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the light's kind of like blinding me, and
yeah, she's starting to get that. Like, I'm ready to go to
I'm
sleep now.
smiling, and I've been sitting. I get ants in my pants, kind of thing. So just kind of getting my.
You want them vibrating pads? I got one. I sit on. Just vibrates like that.
Oh my goodness.
I have my booster seat, but it's not very comfortable. But otherwise, I'll sink down like about here.
You said you're 5'2"?
Yep, 5'2".
So
That's
you're still
taller
an
than
inch
that.
taller than you're still 1 inch taller than Scotty Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true, Nick. That is true, Nick.
That's happened to me one time. I didn't snore, but I fell asleep on
I've
camera
actually
one
seen
time.
Gabriel. I've seen Gabriel fall asleep at one of the shows.
Yeah.
He was all.
I was doing
It's
tarot
getting
card
close to that
reading.
time for me
Onae.
because I have to be
I
up at
was
6
doing
to go to
tarot
work.
readings. Tell me, how was I doing tarot readings and falling asleep? Because I'm sitting here doing this and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know how I was doing. I guess I set the cards down and I just started falling asleep, but I wasn't finished saying what they meant. I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I gotta get up at 6 and make my lunch and head off to work in the morning.
I didn't sleep last night. I was a
Right,
little.
Crystal ain't making your lunch? Crystal's not going to make your lunch?
No. She's not. I'm not gonna ask her to get up 6 o'clock in the morning and make my lunch for her.
You can make it now. Throw it in the refrigerator. Take it to work.
I don't like it like that. I like it fresher than that. It won't
He
taste
doesn't like
very
it
good.
like that.
I'll make it myself,
Getting a
Howard.
lunch with you if it was me.
He said, "I'm a big boy.
I'm a grown man. I don't make her do stuff like that for me.
It was just nice, even if she offered.
She does offer and she does do it
Oh,
sometimes.
they've been married and have kids.
They've been married a long time and have kids.
That's why I've been
different.
married a long time, Howard, because I don't expect that.
There's a big difference.
That's right, Jeremy.
Yeah.
No, I just pack like a granola bar and a ham sandwich.
There you go. See? Right there.
I ate a
Perfect.
granola bar on break. I ate a granola bar on break, and I ate my ham sandwich at lunch.
There you go.
And lots of water. I take lots of water to work.
I'd probably eat all that for just a snack, but that's okay.
Me too.
So he
I
falls asleep on the
make-
Friday night show.
Let's-
I like the ham shaved real thin, and then
Sandwich.
I put pepper jack cheese on it.
I like pepper jack.
She's leaving. She's bailing out. You better.
I'm trying to sit still. I'm trying.
I understand. I get antsy
Keep
too.
wiggling
I
around
bounce
like
my
that, you're gonna
knees.
get more than just a Boussier show.
What?
I said, you keep wiggling around like that, you're gonna get more than just a Boussier show.
Nah, this thing is stuck.
So funny,
Stuck on
Chrissy.
it. It's like
You know,
something-
I read something interesting here recently where they were talking about women during that time during the Renaissance. It could cause them to have respiratory issues from wearing the corsets so tight
Oh,
that they
yeah.
wore.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
could cause them to have like stomach issues,
Mm-hmm.
even pass out and faint, lightheaded, dizzy spells,
Yes.
headaches. Like there was a ton of symptoms from wearing those corsets as tight as they wore them.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
I bet you would also cause your ribs to deform too.
Do you know there's some people out there that actually get their last rib removed so that they can wear corsets that will give them that
Yeah.
Hourglass shape.
hourglass figure? Yep.
I wonder if that hurts. No. I need an hourglass figure. I need to get rid of one of my ribs.
I'm good.
Who likes ribs? Barbecue?
I like pears.
Barbecue? He likes pears.
Rib. We'll just get rid of that.
That's funny. He's
I'll
like,
stick with pear shaped. I'm good with that.
That's funny. There's a place and there's a place for every shape of fruit.
Yeah,
Or
I'm not a
woman.
pear shape. I'm not a pear shape.
I'm
all
just
a
saying,
pear.
instead of that hourglass, like
Yeah.
anything that makes you uncomfortable is going to make you miserable. And I'd rather you just be happy.
Yeah. I wasn't raised that way.
I got a
We got-
keg
Yeah.
shape. I got a keg shape. Not no hourglass. It's straight like a keg.
That's amazing.
I was raised probably similar, not in the astrophysical aspect as Onae, but like raised different. Like look, you gotta hurt to look good. It doesn't matter. Just deal with it.
So let
Yeah, I
them-
always feel bad. I always feel bad for women because I'm like, God.
Shirts and heels in the middle of winter, going, hair teased up and, just makeup on, hair done. Then, then I could go have to get the mail.
He said he doesn't actually snore. Did he snore that time on the show? You must have put him in a deep coma sleep.
So who's going to come visit me at the Arizona Renaissance Festival? It runs all the way through to the first weekend in April, but I'll be there till the last weekend in March, because in the first week in April, I am going to California to the Winchester House.
Oh my gosh, how exciting.
I wanna
wanna
go.
see when you go, you got to show us because I've always wanted to go.
Yeah,
there.
you got to do a live from there.
And then I'm driving there, and with a friend, and then I'm driving back to Tucson, and I'm just gonna wash some clothes and repack my bag, and then I'm gonna drive to Janesville, Wisconsin. and hang out in Wisconsin and just go do an event. There's a paranormal event there. But anyway,
Get some
the
cheese
Renaissance
curds.
Festival is going on for 2 months. So that's 2 months for you guys to come visit.
Mhm.
Awesome.
And it's in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They do the Renaissance festivals down here, but it's in November when they do those down here.
Ours is in May.
That's because it's warmer there. So the warmer months are in the southern. Like right now, Arizona, it's February, and so it's kind of chilly everywhere. So that's why ours is here now. So
My little town is doing a hippie fest this year.
oh,
That's
In the
awesome.
summer.
I'm not a hippie.
I'm not either.
There's a place in Ohio that does that too.
I would probably get ran out of the hippie fest simply because I hunt and I fish and stuff.
You are so not a hippie. No. You are not a hippie.
No. But I am a conservationist to an extent, so.
Driving all the way across the United States to Wisconsin, you can drive from Chicago to meet me.
That's funny. Yeah, I can see
Yay,
that.
Greg, I'll see you in Janesville. Yay.
Howard, I'm going to have to get off here soon.
Yeah,
So.
we're
Yeah,
going
me
to
too.
end the show now.
Onae, where can people find your shows?
They can find me here on Things Network, and they can also find me on Tarot by Onae. They can find me at onae.org. They can find me on Instagram on A18, and they can find me on Spirit Realm Network. And that, I think,
And sometimes on these shows.
yes, the Things, yes, thing. Aren't this? Isn't this Things? Are we on Things?
Yes. You're like,
Yes.
I think I don't know where I'm at.
And
I'm
eventually,
just
when
happy.
I'm touring the world, I will be back on Hey Boo, hopefully. I love
Yeah.
this girl.
Maybe in the summertime
Yes.
or spring. I don't know. Whenever you're done.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Yeah. It's an inside joke.
All right.
No, I'd like to thank everybody for watching tonight. Thank you, Onae, for coming on. It was very fun and informative. Love the bustier. Love the outfit.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Love the long hair. Look at the hair, long hair. Look at it. She's all
I like
renified.
the long hair.
She's Renfield. No, she's renified. That's right. Right.
Nope.
Renified.
This is my Renaissance.
She's was it winchified? Winchified.
Wenchified.
Winchified.
Right.
A
And then,
witchy winch. Winchy witch.
yeah. And want y'all to
Me
join us
too,
next week.
Jeremy.
And when we have Miss Charlotte Underwood coming on, she's an international, just like Onae is, an international medium and psychic. She's got a bunch of shows and stuff that she does, and she'll be joining us.
She's like, look at my cat photo, okay?
Look at Rosie. Look at Rosie.
Oh, well, that you're like, look at my cat. I was like, what? I like the cat photo. I was like, I don't know what she's doing, but woo! I'm glad we've never been drunk together.
We appreciate it so very much, and Onae's always welcome to come back anytime she likes. So,
Absolutely.
Well, I love you all.
You need to post some pictures on our website of your Renaissance fair. We'd love to see them.
Yes.
I will. Definitely.
Yes, she should.
I have to do it when like no one's looking because I'm not allowed to have my camera out. And my phone out.
Because they didn't have phones back then.
Yeah, so
They don't.
I try to take at least one picture before the people are let in, so I can. But so it's kind of like just an empty Renaissance scene, but that's okay. I'm in it, so that it makes it all worthwhile. So.
you put it on, you bring it with you, and you stick it in your bustier down there next to you.
Yeah, I could. Yes.
Next to your hot cold machine there.
Yes.
It's
a tube, and it goes right here.
And you play some spooky music, let the spooky, when it rains, let the spooky music come on, and you can say it's a demon or something that's coming to me.
See, Onae, I'm thinking you could just hide an earphone cord right through your hair and then you could listen to your music.
I knew you were thinking that. I swear I was fixing to say that he was thinking
He's
about
right
some kind of hidden camera.
Right
I swear I was reading your mind. I could see that look on your face, and I was like, "Yep, I know what he's thinking."
Yeah, you can pop an earphone in there, then you don't have to hear somebody
Or a
playing a lyre all
headband
day.
camera. Hello, look at her headband. Headband camera.
She might like that music. You don't know. She might be jamming. Ding, 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 ding. You don't know.
Lyre-
She might.
lyre
Everyone
music.
There you go. Honey. You get some of them
I
clapping.
belly dance. I dance for
You ain't got the
belly.
little, you ain't got the
Belly
little
dancing. Yeah, belly dancers.
We have belly dancers there too.
I love
So-
them. Those are my
You know,
favorite things.
those little flip things that they
Ting, 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 ting. I have some of those.
I have
Yeah.
those.
Finger symbols.
go out there and dance in front of your clients like Quixie. Come on, let me read you.
Oh my gosh. You definitely pull some new people in.
Yeah,
Some
Yep,
different people. Yep.
yeah, I'd be like, I don't want to hear my reading, but go ahead and keep clanking that thing. I want to see it.
Shut up, Howard. Bye, everybody. Good
Have a
night.
good night. Thank you
Recording
so
with
much.
Sideways.
Great
Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for watching.